Hello friends, we are going to start first chapter of science part 1 of class 9 and its name is motion. Okay, from the word you understand motion means moving, but here in physics motion does not mean only moving. Okay, objects are moving which we observe in our day-to-day life, like certain objects are at rest and certain are moving. Okay, so moving objects we will take certain examples like birds flying, fish swims, or bloods moving in our arteries and veins. So from this you can say, from these examples you can easily tell that these things are in motion. Even moving car, moving vehicle, a person is moving. So these are examples of motion. Okay, even the objects are not moving, we can't see by our eyes, but still we say it is moving, like air is moving. Okay, but air, how you will come to know that air is moving? Its simple example is branches or leaves are moving, or if dust is a movement of dust will give you example of that. Motion is in the very smallest part, that is air particle, or just now I have taken example of, we can take example of planet. You know that atoms are also moving, molecules are moving, planets, star, even the galaxy is in motion. Okay, now what does exactly motion means? So for motion we have to consider one of the point which will be called as reference point. Reference point, or in very simple word we can call it as origin. Origin means, suppose we consider one object which is moving or which is in motion with respect to time. Okay, I'll repeat the sentence. This object is changing its position with respect to time. Okay, position means here what? Position means this object is moving from position A to position B by covering this particular all points, correct? Like suppose this is time t1, means at certain time we are considering that the position of the object is A. Then it is going to position C at time t2. Okay, so there will be different positions of the object at given particular time. Now what is your reference point? If I want to measure how much the distance is covered by the object or how much length is covered by this object, we have to take its origin. So it depends on me what origin I am taking. Okay, so I am taking the reference point or origin, this position A. Suppose this object, when it is moving from position A to position B, it is taking time 5 seconds and it is covering, suppose, 1 meter of distance. Okay, 1 meter of distance is being covered in time 5 seconds. So this A position will be called as reference point. We can change the reference point, it depends on us. Suppose I am taking this as reference point, so definitely the distance or the length will be changed and the time will also be changed. So exactly it depends what reference point you are using. Okay, so for reference point, very important, for motion, very important point is reference point, or we can call it as origin, and what is the position of that object at particular time. Okay, so motion means the object will have two states. One will be motion and another will be rest. Okay. Now rest and motion, the object is either in motion or rest, will definitely depend on the observer. How? We'll take one example. Consider this bus is in motion. Okay. So here one stop is there where one tree is there. Okay. So the bus is moving. Okay. And one man is standing here. So the bus start to move. It is moving. Now there are two cases. We'll see it. According to this person means here the person is observer. According to this observer, he is just standing near the stop, okay, under this tree. And according to this observer, when the bus moves, he will say that the bus is in motion. Okay. Now see, the bus is moving. The tree, according to tree, the bus is in motion. Now we'll see its second case. This person is actually standing. That means it is at rest. But let us consider the person sitting in the bus. When it will move, what that person will say? That the tree is moving in backward direction. The tree is in motion, correct? And he can also say that this person is moving in backward direction. But actually what? It is not moving. That means it totally depends on observer. What is observer? That the object is in motion or rest. Okay. Again I will repeat this example. The bus is moving. According to this person which is standing, will say that the bus is in motion. Okay. The man is standing here. When the bus moves, the person sitting in the bus will say that the person will say I am at rest, and this person is moving in backward direction. So it totally depends on the observer. Okay. So reference point, after reference point, the very important word is observer. Now motion means and rest means. Rest means stationary object. Stationary object, compulsory, it is not actually stationary. It may move also. Just now we have seen in this particular example that it is moving according to us. But if we see according to this person, means according to this observer, this bus is moving, the person sitting in the bus is also moving, but according to the person sitting in the bus, this person is moving and it is in motion and it is also going in backward direction, but actually it is not moving. So it depends on the reference we are using and the observer. Understood? Now let us see what actually motion means. I already said motion means changing position with respect to time. Time is very important here. Motion means changing position with respect to time. So what is definition of motion? Changing position of an object with respect to time is called motion. Okay, and rest means definitely not changing position. This is definition for motion, changing position. And for rest, what it will become? Not changing position with respect to time. Okay, children. So what is motion? We'll see once again that an object moving with respect to time will be called or will be said to be in motion. And at rest means not changing its position with respect to time. So position is the word which is very important, which will come many times in physics. So for certain words are very important. So position means just you have to see that that particular object is having certain its own position, and it may change according to time or whatever other quantity is given to us. Okay. Then the observer is very important for us, because due to observer only we can consider the object is in motion or the object is at rest. Okay. Now let us see certain points further which are very, very important related to motion. Okay, I'll require whole board. Okay. Now, let us consider there are two friends. Suppose this is Seema's house, okay, and here somewhere her friend, okay, and suppose this is Reena's house. This is Reena's home. Suppose from here it requires 1000 meter distance, length, I'll say length, okay, and here is the school, okay. So every morning Seema go to Reena's home, okay. So she has to cover 1000 meter, okay. Every morning Seema go to Reena's house, then they both together move to their school, okay. So from Reena's home the distance, the length covered is suppose 500 meter. So these two friends gather here and move to the school, okay. So how Seema is traveling, let us see. She starts from her home, that means this is her position, and this position will be called as initial position, or we can call it as starting position. Initial position, or we can call it as starting position, okay. So from here she started, went to Reena's home, she covered this much length, that is 1000 meter, and from Reena's house she went, they both went to the school by covering how much length? 500 meter. So now let us see very first physical quantity studied under motion, that is distance. Okay. So this is a general word we use in our day-to-day life. I have covered 2 kilometer distance, 3 kilometer distance. Even by your speedometer you will come to know that how much distance you will cover, but later on you will understand what is the speedometer and what does it tell us. So very first, very simple example, we are seeing that these two girls are going to school, but our initial position we are taking from Seema's home. Seema go to Reena's home and then they went to school. So Seema has to cover this first 1000 meter, okay, and then again how much? 500 meter with Reena, correct. So this is called as path. So how many paths she has traveled? Suppose this is path 1 and this is path 2. This is path 2. So this is 1000 meter. So it's very simple. If I want to know how much Seema is covering the length, I have to see this path and this path and do addition of it. Addition of these two paths, that is 1000 meter, 500 meter. So 1000 meter is length. By its unit will come to know that meter is the unit of length and this meter is unit of length. So she is covering total how much length? 1500 meter. So what does this physical quantity distance means? This distance is nothing but is the length of the actual path covered by an object. I am repeating, distance is the length, not actually length, not simple length, actual length. Distance is the actual length covered by an object. Okay, so distance means what? If I want to find how much Seema has covered distance, so you will just see its initial position, and definitely school is the destination where Seema is going, or Seema and Reena is going. So Seema will have the initial position or starting position, that is home, which is 1000 meter from Reena's home, and from Reena's home again the school is how much? 500 meter. So this is the final position. Okay, so initial position to final position will calculate the distance covered by Seema. Similarly, if you want to find distance covered by Reena, how much it is? 500 meter. Why? Because the definition of distance is actual length covered by an object, or I can say length of the actual path covered by an object. You can say, you can use both the definitions. Okay, so this is the simple definition, that is distance is the actual length covered by an object. Okay, before going further, let us see now. You know that suppose we consider Reena is not going to come tomorrow to the school. So what happened? Seema wants to go to school. Okay, so they are friends, that's why she go by this way.